Jeff Klubster out here at WOC'23 2023 with Tim McAtee, and he's the Husqvarna representative out here that we want to be talking to, and he's going to give us some advice on what to buy, and if you're a new contractor or you're an existing contractor. And these are the questions, you know, I kind of know coming from a contractor point of view what you're looking for, but what we're trying to connect you with is a company that can provide you service and a great product. And they've been going through some changes and got some great new products out. I'm going to let Tim walk around and explain to you what the benefits are of, say, a propane machine maybe versus a electric machine, and things like that. So what do you got new for us this year?
So this year we just launched our new 830P. The 830 itself has been around for several years. 32-inch platform propane, 32-inch platform grinder. We launched it this year with the Kawasaki motor with the Onyx fuel injected drive on it. And at the end of the day, what really has separated this away from the rest of the industry is the fuel injection, having that drive system in it. For those of you that live in those colder climates, we all know how much fun it is to try and start a cold engine, but with the fuel injection, it starts very, very well. We've tested it in the far northern Sweden, all over the place, and it's been running really well. We know for a lot of you guys have struggled over the years with power on jobs, power on residential, power on small commercial. Having a 30 horsepower twin cylinder motor really gives you the opportunity to jump in there fast. This unit here has a weight kit on it, tipping the scales right around 1,300 or 1,400 pounds. You're scratching the floor and you're getting the right bonded tooling on there, you're going to be able to have a machine here that has the production capabilities being upwards of 800 to 1,000 square feet an hour if you're matching your diamonds to the hardness of your floor.
Test your damn concrete, okay? I tell you all the time, test your concrete, get a Mohs tester and test it. Real quick on this fuel injection system. Big problem when you got a carburetor and a lot of dust. The fuel injection system obviously alleviates that issue. Obviously, you got to do the, you know, take care of your machines. I always tell them, hey, take care of your machines, make them look like new and they'll last. Other than that, dust and machines, right? Dust and and motors.
There are a lot of abrasive natures when it comes to concrete. Concrete's exceptionally acidic. So keep taking care of your equipment. You love your equipment, it's going to love you in return. One of the big features of this old unit here, it's not just vapor propane, it can also do liquid propane as well. We do a triple set idle on it. So the idle, minimum, maximum throttle controls on it. So for your super hard concrete, don't want to overrun the diamonds so they're not glazing over, we can get it down to the minimum setting, which is roughly about 2,700 RPMs. Now for your softer floors, you want to speed it up so you get a little bit better glide on the floor. You can get it up to roughly about 3,300, 3,400 RPM. Idle setting down here is going to set and idle right around 1050 RPM. Does all your controls. This is not only going to measure your CO2 output, but it's also going to measure your ambient air. Also with this unit here, we've got a water kit that does mount on top of this that we'll be launching with this unit this year as well.
That adds weight to it as well.
It does. It does. Typically, you're looking at about 2.5 to 3 gallons at 8 pounds a gallon. So that's another 30 pounds you put on the machine. The weight kits, I recommend them.
Yep.
The machine doesn't come with a weight kit. That's not a standard feature. Each one of these are roughly 99 pounds a piece. With the design and the physics of the machine, when you're rocking the weights forward, you're actually pulling the frame forward as well. So you're not just putting two 99-pound weights forward, you're pulling the frame forward as well. So it's be closer to adding 250 to 300 pounds to the head.
Right.
Plus, you're ever getting those positions where, you know, the floor is super soft, and you just don't want the machine to dive down into those softer concrete. You can actually take the weights all the way back, and you can actually lift the head up a little bit and take some of that head pressure off.
Let me ask you this question. Can you ever run one weight at a time, or does that offset the machine?
No, it doesn't offset the machine at all.
Okay, because I always wondered that.
It is a rigid frame design.
Okay.
It doesn't have the ability to flex to one side or the other.
Right.
Being a propane motor, it automatically has counter rotation because that is the rotation of the combustion motor. So everything's going to be in that clock or counterclockwise rotation.
So is there a wall side?
Technically, yeah. Your wall side would be your left side.
There you go. Remember that. All these machines are different.
Yep.
make sure you find out which one's closest to the wall when you run down, or otherwise you're pulling it away from, or pushing it towards the wall, right?
Yeah, so if you're taking the left weight back and right weight forward, you're really not changing anything. The machine is so rigid, it doesn't have the ability to flex to one side or the other.
Okay, so what are these machines running in the area? I know it's a show, but what are these running?
This one here, show pricing, list pricing, excuse me, you're going to be roughly in the low 40s for this particular unit right now.
Okay, so if you're a beginner guy and you want to be spending around $20,000 to $25,000, what are we looking at to go get into that?
If we want to go ahead and start looking at some of the other product offerings in the propane setup, we operate in the 32-inch setup. In addition to the 32-inch setup, we're also offering it in the 26-inch setup.
Yep.
With this unit here, this is a Kohler motor on it, V-twin, 23 horsepower. It also comes in a fuel injection setup as well. Kohler did a fantastic job building this motor all in-house for us. Super excited to launch it out.
Yep.
This unit here, 830 comes with weight. You can put a weight kit on it.
Right.
This unit doesn't have it on, so this is what the unit's going to look like in stock. Still the same throttle system on it. You're going to have your idle, low, and high. Does the same CO2 ambient air measuring. Where your regulators here on the side, 830 has it up on top. This is just Kohler's design. Again, both Kohler and Kawasaki did a fantastic job developing both of these products for us.
Cool. So what about a 20-inch machine? Now these are, what are these running?
You're going to be roughly in the mid-20s on this one here.
The mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
All right.
And the 20-inch platform is just technically almost 22 inches. This is our 555. 555 comes exactly how you set up. Now we are upgrading the throttle system to the same throttle system on all three to have the free stage.
Okay.
So this is the Cessna throttle. You twist it out like a lot of the propanes have been in the market for all these years.
Right.
But we do have an upgrade kit for this.
Nice. That's a nice machine. So, you know, if these guys are getting into the business, you know, this is kind of where they're headed towards. They're looking to pay around $20,000 to $25,000 per machine.
Yep. This particular unit here, you're going to be closer to 14 to 16,000.
Okay, there you go.
You're going down in price, but it's also, as it sits, you're looking at a 22-inch machine that weighs over 700 pounds. So
it's about head pressure, right?
You've got pressure. Your three biggest things in this industry is going to promote your production. Weight of the machine, diamonds you're putting under, and your product knowledge is going to be the absolute most crucial point.
Yep, nice. So perfect. Now these machines, what do you recommend with these machines on? Oh, actually, let's go look at an electric machine that's comparable.
Sure. We'll keep on going down.
Because this one's obviously too big. It's a 480 machine, right?
Yeah, this is a 480. This is the 830. We saw the propane down here.
Yep.
This is the 830 platform with a 20 horsepower electric motor.
Yep. You get into this, you're going to need to pull a semi-truck behind it.
Yes, because you're going to need a big power generator.
And a generator. So then we get into the
this is the
three-phase 220.
Yep. This is this unit comes in 480 three-phase, 230 volt single phase, and single phase 230.
Okay.
So you can get this 24-inch machine in single phase. We recommend running on a 50 amp circuit.
So like a 650 scan mask in would be the equivalent.
Exactly. This will complement each other very well. As it sits, weights are standard on it. Water tank is standard on it.
All right.
HMI display is standard on this unit. And you're over 1,000 pounds at 24 inches.
Nice. And then if you're coming from an HTC background like myself, right. Tell me about HTC. Tell me about what they brought into it. They're saying the motors now are HTC?
Yep. Across the product line for Husqvarna, with our merger with HTC, what a great company, two awesome companies in the surface prep world, Husqvarna, HTC merging together. We went ahead and we're leading with the HTC Bush motors. We're leading with the HTC clamshell design. The biggest thing that we're looking at is serviceability. Having a piece of equipment that you as a customer has the confidence to work on yourself without having to pay the hundreds and hundreds of dollars and ship something across the country for a licensed technician.
So a lot of locally, you know, through the networks. I'm up in Michigan. We got Ace Cutting, people like that, and so locally we can take those over to a local service because that's big. When these guys are someplace remote, they can have service, and that's the
Right.
most important thing. Oh, this is a smaller. This is like the old Durac machine.
This is like the old, for those of you guys with the HTC World, the 500
Oh,
Classic.
it still says.
Yeah, so this
Dorado
is
or-
the T5. This is the Duratic T5,
Duratic.
just like the Duratic T6. These are both three-headed machines.
Yeah.
Standard in weight, standard in water, standard in HMI display on top.
It's got all the bells and whistles. Where's the cup holder?
We actually still offer the cup holder, Sean. We do. Yeah,
Cup
we have
holder,
we still
cigarette
offer-
lighter, charger,
Oh,
light.
hey, you can even charge your cell phone right there.
That's right, folks. And you know what? You got to have all the technology on there. You know, what would you do without all that?
Now, for a lot of you guys in the industry that are just getting started and you're working those budgets, we completely understand. We still offer the T5 innovation with the motor and the clamshell design and a very direct power model, motor reverse on the potentiometer, power switch. If you're budget conscious, you're not looking for it to drop $20,000 right out the door on a vacuum. You want to save a couple thousand, you can get this unit here. And then as you build your company, if you can dress it up, you can get the weight kit put on it.
So that's the gray line 550.
You know what?
Ish.
The Gray Line 550 was such an awesome machine.
I own that
Yes.
machine.
So that's more like a cross between these two? Without
It
all the
is.
bells and whistles.
It is. If these two had a child, there you go, the Gray Line 550. The 550 being, you know, just a power on and off switch, this does have the potentiometer with it.
Right.
This one here is actually, anything in Duratic technology is going to data record exactly how it was ran. It does have a logging feature in it. So those of you that are the business owners out there, you want to know how your guys in the field are running your equipment, these machines will record it.
Right.
Yep.
Right on the dashboard.
Right here
And
on the
also,
screen.
you can do more polishing with this because it's more adjustable.
Yes, that's right.
So,
You can polish with a lot of different styles of machines out there, but a lot of part of the effectiveness of polish is going to be head weight and be able to control RPM.
all right. All right, man. So we're going to take a break, and then we're going to show you vacuums. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.